We are back on the red carpet at the MENALAC Awards Gala 2024.
There were so many amazing nominees.
I feel extremely proud.
Sarkis, thank you so much. Go and enjoy the evening's events.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Member Musing. We are back on the red carpet at the MENALAC Awards Gala 2024, powered by Trampo Extreme. We will bring you into the heart of the buzz at the 6th edition of the MENALAC Awards Gala, where the biggest names in the MENA region's leisure, attractions and entertainment industry are gathering to honour the successes and achievements from over the past 12 months. I will be speaking to many attendees at this evening's awards, including board members, sponsors, jury members, shortlisted finalists, and of course, the winners of this year's MENALAC Awards, capturing their emotions throughout the evening. We are very grateful to Trampo Extreme, the group of cool and active trampoline parks across the GCC, without whom this special coverage could not be possible. Here's to a fantastic evening. Joining me is Dave Sandstrom, Vice President of International Sales for Bob's Space Racers, who are also the silver sponsor at this year's MENALAC Awards. Dave, it's lovely to see you again back on the red carpet. How have you been?
Wonderful, thank you.
Now, as the leisure and entertainment sector grows, Dave, in the MENA region, what key trends are you hoping to see shape the future of the industry?
Well, as you know, Bob Space Racers is in the gaming part of the amusement industry. So what we've seen is the social gaming. Social gaming is very popular across Europe, especially in the UK, and has already started to move into the United States and into the MENA region as well. But I can see that growing quite a bit in the next couple of years. And basically, you know, what social gaming does is it takes individual sports, like let's say Top Golf was probably one of the first people to do social gaming. They took a golf game where you'd play individually with some friends, brings everybody together and you all play together and eat and drink and socialize, and they've done that with darts, with shuffleboard, and we even have a customer in the UK who took our Carnival Midway games and brought them into a social gaming venue, and I can see that becoming more and more popular in this region as well.
Yes, I know I certainly enjoy it with my friends, and it's an excellent way to get together, to socialise, have some food, some beverage, and just keep playing. And that competitive element, it always keeps customers returning,
Yes.
so they can beat their last score or beat their friends.
Yes.
What do you enjoy about the competitive socialising?
Well, I just like the fact that, you know, we've had a problem the last few years of kids kind of being secluding themselves in their room, on their phone, on their devices. And what this does, the social gaming, is it brings them together in a group and socialize and have fun. And I think that's what we're really striving for.
That human element. Yes.
We've been missing that for the last few years.
Bringing that back in.
Yeah.
Technology and AI is amazing, but let's not forget the industry is also still about that human experience.
Yes.
You were a jury member this year. I'd love to hear your story on that, Dave. But if you look at the nominations that you had in front of you, what tale did they tell about 2023 in the MENA region?
Well, I actually wasn't a jury member this year.
Oh, okay.
But Jack was. Okay, this year. I took a step back and Jack was on the jury this year because I wanted to get someone else to experience it. But I have talked to him since that and asked him what his experience was.
In the past?
Oh yeah, many times. And what Jack told me, because I wanted to get his perspective as a first-time jury member, what do you think of the experience? What do you think of what's going on? And he said, What he saw was the pride and the honor and the commitment on what was involved with the people on their submissions. You know, he was just blown away on how much pride people took when they're submitting their nominations and everything, and the commitment it took to strive to be number one. And he really was impressed with the MENA region for doing that, because everybody wants to be the best, and I think that's very important in our industry. That gives the customer that much more of an experience when we strive to be the best. So,
and that's why, you know, these initiatives that MENALAC has kind of ignites that passion and that enthusiasm and a bit of competition as well.
100%. You'll hear the cheering when they win and everything out there during this event tonight. So they take a little pride in it.
Well, I'm certainly excited. Thank you again so much, Dave, for joining me. I'll maybe catch you later in the evening and hear some of your thoughts on the winners.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brooke.
I am now with Mohammed Al Hinai, Managing Director of Fun Zone Oman and MENALAC board member. Mohammed, thank you for taking some time to speak with me on the red carpet. It's lovely to have you. Can you tell me why initiatives like this evening that MENALAC holds are key to the success of the Middle East and North Africa's leisure and attractions industry?
Thanks, Joshua, for this interview. Basically, it is my pleasure to be here today with you all. See, these initiatives playing a major role in MENALAC. This is one of the things that MENALAC trying to do to try to get people in the industry together. Building a good network, a good relations with industry players. However, it helps a lot to companies, people, in terms of developing their companies and themselves.
You're based in Oman. So you will have seen the growth of the industry across the whole of the MENA region, and the impact that MENALAC has been having. So I think your perspective, is excellent to have sort of on the board and this evening. I'd love for you to tell me about Oman a little bit more. We're hearing about developments and investments occurring. So what is on the horizon for Oman as a leisure destination?
Oman, I believe it's one of the promising markets since the leisure industry is just starting up in somehow. There is a lot of lack entertainment in the country. However, there is a huge potential in building new centers and building theme parks, and it's well seen and it's well known in Oman in a couple of years back that there is a lot of development in this industry. You have seen post-COVID, there is a lot of players have entered in the market, which gives a good insight and a good mark that to invest in this sector.
I think it's a really exciting time for certain countries in the MENA region, including Oman.
Yes.
And we'll give it maybe 5 years' time.
Looking forward for that. Yes, 5 years' time is more than enough for it to see a good entertainment coming up.
Well, we'll certainly be eagerly watching. Yes. Thank you, Mohammed, for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Joining me now on the red carpet is Silvio Liedtke, CEO of Landmark Leisure. Silvio, I believe it was you that kickstarted the idea of the MENALAC Awards to spotlight the strides being made in the leisure and entertainment industry in the region. So we are now 6 years on. Mm-hmm. This is the 6th edition of the Awards Gala. Is this evening's event what you had envisioned?
Listen, thanks for having me. Thank everybody. For me, today is probably the pinnacle of our original idea because we sold out. Mm. Yeah. So, and if you think about, if you look at MENALAC, we are really quite a professional organization now, which has earned a lot of respect, particularly for our educational programs. Our health and safety committee is extremely active. Our education committee, our membership committee. So we have making big strides. But the gala once a year, where we have over 370 guests arriving from all sorts of life. I just said hello to the president of IAPA, who's coming here as a visitor. And there's no other event in the world, in our industry, anything close to what we're putting off here. And we're only in our 6th version. Yeah. And so I feel extremely proud. And it's probably the main thing it does for us, it raised the profile of our organization. Sorry, I'll keep talking too much.
No. And you can see that in the attendees this evening, not just the nominees who are hoping to clinch an award, but just everyone here, the 300 plus guests, and their passion and their excitement, and they're coming for a reason to support the industry in the region.
Yeah, and if you look at the quality of nominations, it's amazing. Yeah, and given what's happening in all countries in the GCC and in the wider Middle East and North Africa region, I assume going forward the entries will just become even more competitive, even more compelling, even more professional. Yeah.
Well, that brings me to ask, what do you think the future holds for the MENALAC Awards, along with the Trade Council in general?
We have set the benchmark. Next year, the board of MENALAC already decide that we make this event a kind of a road event. So to also, because we are quite keen to promote equality and get away from the sometimes profound perception that we are just too UE or centric. So we will take that Gala Awards night across the MENA region going forward to widen our reach, to expand our popularity, and to do justice to the incredible quality of leisure offerings across the MENA region.
Well, we'll watch this space then. I think that was a reveal. Some headline news there, Silvio. Thank you for that tease. How is the MENA region leisure and entertainment market growth impacting country's economy? Quite a different question there, Silvio, but I think you're the right person to answer.
No, listen, if you see the clear theme on the majority of GCC countries who have to think about to diversify their economies away from oil and gas, one of the key strategic pillars in the thought process is leisure and entertainment, changing the lifestyle. So we live in a region with severe climatic conditions, and you have to cater to those. And one of the key drivers for any government I'm not just talking GCC, I think in the whole MENA region, is to how to keep their population entertained and happy inside the countries, rather than to just seeing, particularly in the hot summer month, a kind of exodus of people. So our industry plays a key role in increasing the dwell time of the local population per se in their home countries, and help the economies in a way that the people spend their money here in those countries and not somewhere else. And I think there's where leisure and entertainment plays a key role in achieving that strategically.
I think you can see that in the UAE, and now we're seeing projects and investments going into other countries, Saudi Arabia, Oman. So the trend has started, like you've just said, and we'll, I'm sure in the next 10 years, see all of the MENA region using the leisure and entertainment industry and all the amazing attractions. I can only think about right now, that'll be on the market in 10 years' time. For example, they'll be entertaining residents and nationals as well as tourists.
Well, it's certainly one of the most dynamic markets in the world, and I can't see it stopping anytime soon. So a lot of projects have started or have been announced, and our industry is braced for lots of fragmentation, lots of diversity, lots of dynamism, but also established players have to have to think, look in the mirror and say, okay, how do I stay competitive and sustainable amongst that competition? So in exciting times for everybody.
Absolutely. Sylvia, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this evening's events. I know we're excited to see the winners. And as you sort of mentioned earlier, seeing the story of the MENA region's leisure and entertainment industry, it's here all under one roof.
Wonderful. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. We are saying hello now to Bruce Quay, COO of Aquatic Development Group, who are the networking sponsor for this year's MENALAC Awards. Bruce, last year was your first time at the MENALAC Awards. This year, you've not only come back to enjoy the celebrations, but you were in fact part of the judging panel for the operator categories. How did you feel about this crucial role? And how did you find the judging process? I'm sure it's tough, but also really enjoyable to, look at the inspirational things going on in the region.
Yes, I mean, first of all, I was honored to have an opportunity to do it. And, it wasn't quite what I expected in many positive ways. I mean, first and foremost, there were so many amazing nominees in all the categories. It was tough choosing, but I think what struck me the most about it was just the creativity and attention to detail and focus on customer of all of the different venues became quite impressive, frankly. Let alone the entertainment value of some of these unbelievable attractions and parks and FECs. It was very impressive to me.
Yeah, and exciting to see all of that choice, and we can only imagine what more choice there will be across the region in the next few years.
Well, I hope there's not too much choice, because I tell you, there were so many nominees in so many categories that it was a process. It was some work to do it right and to really understand their presentation, what they really felt that was most important and what they were proudest of. You really had to understand the content. The videos were amazing. They helped me a lot, because most of the parks I had never been to, so it helped me a lot to see some of the video, which I had an opportunity this week to actually go and see a couple of these parks, which just reinforced what I saw during the jury process.
Well, let's come to the region now, Bruce. What industry knowledge and expertise that I know ADG have are you excited to bring to the Middle East and North Africa in the coming years?
Yeah, well, I'm very excited. Again, as I look around, this has been our third year in the region, 2 years at the Gala. I'm just amazed at the breadth of projects and the creativity and sheer magnitude of what's happening on the water park side in the region, as well as the surf side. So we're excited on the water park side. We're excited to be able to bring our ideas and creativity to actually the water part of water parks. You hear so much about water parks, and it seems like it's a race war for who can have the biggest water park and the biggest slide complex and all this other stuff. And I kind of sometimes say, hey, are we focusing on water enough? Because that's an important piece of it. Getting people in the water, children in the water, adults in the water, via wave pools and rivers. And there's so much creative things that can be done to add capacity, to add a great guest experience on the water side. We think that ADG and our ability to create amazing experiences in waves and rivers is something we can add to the region on the water park side.
Yeah.
And
You've just said for everyone, Bruce. So talk to me about accessibility and inclusion, because I know that's really important. We've spoken about that on the podcast before, and the efforts that ADG goes to. So talk to me about that. In general, in the region, do you think there's enough? And then how can you sort of support in making it more accessible?
I think there's never enough, and there needs to be an increased focus on it. I think the best example that we can give as to what ADG's focused on in the way of accessibility is the latest thing we bring to the region. I mean, obviously, the surf space is exploding around the world, and the region has embraced surf. But surf is difficult to find. water's difficult to find, accessibility is difficult to find, and our newest product, Epic Surf, was designed to a great extent to address a product that could be accessible to everyone. People that have never surfed, people that may never even know how to swim, the adaptive surf community, our product and Epic Surf, the way we can adjust a wave to the experience and the skill set of the surfer, the small footprint of it and how it can be constructed in places you could never construct a big surf lagoon, the cost effectiveness and quickness of it. This is MENA, so people want products quickly, and so we can build it easily, build it cost effectively, and anybody can surf on it.
Well, I'm not a water baby like some people are, Bruce, but it does excite me, to have a go on a surfboard. And I think the Epic Surf sounds a bit more for me than trying in the open water.
I think that's the right place to start.
We'll see a lot of that, and that water play that you talked about as well coming through more. It's in the name, water park.
Exactly.
So let's see what the next few years holds.
Terrific.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Enjoy this evening.
Thank you very much.
And we'll hopefully see you back on the red carpet next year.
You bet. Thank you very much.
Joining me now is Davide Camayora, Managing Director of Viva Ticket. It's great to chat with you again, Davide, on the red carpet. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me here.
There's been lots of fantastic things happening across the MENA region since we were last here at the MENALAC Awards. With the leisure and attractions industry gaining prominence in the region, as Viva Ticket is a technology and solutions business, what technology are you seeing that will support companies in this boom?
From our perspective, as we always say, the technology first goal is to be invisible, so to be able to help the guest experience without being noticeable. So in this direction, the biometrics are having a second boom now, especially the last year, and especially the face recognition, because after the COVID, the opportunity to work, let's say, contactless is very important. And then, of course, AI. AI is another, technology that in this moment is in the mind of all the technology providers, trying to understand how AI can help tailor-made the experience of the clients and understanding their needs better and understanding their behavior better. So in general, I see these two as the main trend in this moment.
You are our technology sponsor.
Yes.
And I think that's brilliant to have a member, as we do have many technology members in MENALAC, but one that will obviously help with the many initiatives that we've seen this week. You are a board member as well of MENALAC. We inaugurated you last year in May 2023. How you found being a board member, and how do you see MENALAC's position within the MENA region's leisure and attractions industry, and what's its future potential?
But one of the, unique features, of MENALAC as an association is capacity of being tied with the territory and with the local operators. This is really unique in my opinion, also comparing with other associations, and this is the main strength of the MENALAC. I see this capacity of, from one side, give to the industry useful contents, information, a way to share and a way to do networking, of course, is very important. On the other side, the capacity of getting guided by the industry and understand the direction of the industry and being able to follow it. So I think this capacity is what will always keep MENALAC in the center of the action, at least in this region. So for me, it's a great experience to be here, honestly, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm sure it will, we will keep growing and bringing better and better events. And
100%. And we know there's so much potential across the Middle East and North Africa. So we can only see bigger and better and amazing things.
100%.
And we love seeing our members a part of that.
Absolutely yes.
Dominique,
Pleasure.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy this evening's event.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome to Rola Oseran, Group Head Marketing, and Raymond Villa, Head of Creative and Entertainment at IMG World of Adventure, who are the gold sponsors for this evening's awards. Thank you both for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you on the red carpet. Rola, tell me, what's your perspective on this evening's awards?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting us, and we are very happy to be the gold sponsor as IMG World of Adventure. We are gathered here, and like every year in Dubai, on that great platform, MENALAC is gathering all the leisure and entertainment industry to know more about each other and to give more perspective for the future of this industry.
And I mean, you can see the people, our camera can't, unfortunately, with the people behind us really gathering together, and there's such a buzz. Yes. What is it like as guests? Describe the experience.
This is really important that we see all the heads, all the decision makers on one platform, and they are here to discuss the same vision, the same future of entertainment, and we are serving the same guests, the same fans. So it's a responsibility for all of us.
Absolutely. How many years have you been coming to MENALAC Awards?
Well, I am new to the industry. I have joined IMG World 6 months ago.
Oh,
yes.
What an event then.
Thank you.
To attend.
Thank you. But of course, I have heard of MENALAC and IAPA and the other industries, and we are happy to be member of this council, and we look forward to visit the same event all over the MENA region.
So am I, and we've been teasing things like that so far this evening.
Oh, okay, very good, very good.
Raymond, I'll come to you now as Head of Creative and Entertainment. Yes. How important is innovation and new technologies? Obviously, we're in this buzz, of digital space, but why is it important in the theme park industry?
I think we need to highlight first that the main thing about the entertainment industry is storytelling. So there's no lose sight on that, because that's the core of the entertainment, storytelling. And then technology and innovation needs to embrace the storytelling. Those are tools only to let us tell our stories in different ways. So now the guests, I think what is moving forward is the guests are not just witnessing the entertainment, they're part of it. It's immersed, it's interactive. And I think that's the most advanced in this industry right now. And there's a lot of competition of the guest wants to be the main character in the story,
With anything new, in whatever industry, it is easy to be distracted by that. Yes. So like you said, going back to your core values, what you want to offer, and of course it's for guests. In whether it's a theme park or a water park or an FEC, it's about the guest satisfaction and experience. So going back to basics and, like you said, using tools. Yes. Thank you so much, Rola and Raymond.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you
And
very
hope we
much.
see you again next year.
Definitely, we will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With me is Nick Newman, Product Development at Water Technology Inc. Now, WTI are sponsors of this evening's pre-dinner cocktail hour. Thank you, Nick, for joining me. How's your evening going so far?
So far, so good. It's our pleasure to be here, number one, for the event, to be a sponsor, and we've taken part in the MENALAC event now for, I want to say, it's been a number of years. But yeah, it's a great event. It keeps growing. They're raising the roof every time, so we love it. We're excited, and it's our pleasure to be here.
I mean, I'm excited to see, where we go for the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th edition of the MENALAC Awards, and hopefully you'll be here for that, Nick.
100%. We wouldn't miss it for the world.
Now, WTI believe in creating exciting and sustainable water park environments, helping clients become leaders in their markets, obviously indoor and outdoor water parks developments, helping them reach new heights. by using the latest technology. So you're a great person to hear the perspective of about how the leisure and entertainment industry is addressing sustainability and environmental concerns in its growth plans. We've been hearing those buzzwords for a while, but I'm going to pick your brain about them tonight, Nick.
It's very keen to what you say though, buzzwords, because very often we'll hear sustainability, we'll hear conservation, and what does it mean, right? At the end of the day, how do we apply it to the projects, and how do we do right by the owners, by the developers, by the generations now and the generations to come? So when we look at, from an engineering standpoint, WTI will approach a project looking at water conservation, energy conservation. How do we future-proof a project to make sure that not only right now with the technology we have this current day, but as we move forward, generations to come. And when we look at the Middle East, GCC, when we're in a desert climate, I mean, we have to be good stewards of the environment, but good stewards of the people long term. The technology application is just the first part, though, because sustainability, by its simplest term, is finding ways that we can reduce use of natural resources, water, energy, power. But how do we become sustainable long term for the guest experience? How do we become financially sustainable? So for us, it's a mixture of many sustainability approaches that weave into one beautiful, sustainable braid.
And I think the knowledge is important, and the education of how to be sustainable and how to, it's not just do what you said there, it's a buzzword, it's not something to do in the next year. It's a very long term goal.
100%.
And MENALAC, that's what they're here for, to offer those platforms for not just celebrations like this evening, but knowledge sharing and educating, all members.
It's fully a mindset, right? So when we look at how do we engage that, it's not just selection of certain equipment pieces would be the simplest way to boil it down, but how do we approach it and really, feel it holistically through and through, not to get too kumbaya with you.
I've got another tough question for you, Nick. I want to talk about challenges. So we've already kind of alluded to, sustainability and becoming more sustainable is a challenge, but perhaps there are other ones as well. With the industry expanding, what challenges do you anticipate in the industry? Any strategies that we can implement to overcome them?
We don't have any bespoke strategies. I don't have a written SWOT analysis or plan. But we look at the challenges this region will face as it begins to grow, as projects, giga projects, bigger projects with more unique and bespoke water attractions and guest offering. One of the bigger challenges we see is how do we align operational sensibilities among the staff that we have locally, among the staff that are brought in from around the world. How do we align that with the systems in place so we have something that's practically able to deliver? Very often we'll talk about the cost of ownership for a project. What is the long-term cost of ownership from a financial perspective, but also a personnel perspective too. So it really is a multi-pronged approach. This conference has been amazing in the fact that having a lot of engaged operators here at this forum, the conversation has been the topic of discussion for the past few days. I don't think we have exact answers for the challenges, but the most important thing is the conversation is at foot. The conversation is among us, and we have many who are ready to meet the challenge and find a way to fulfill it. But certainly aligning that guest experience with the actual physical build of the park, and how do we deliver that in a safe, fun, and repeatable manner.
I guess we're always going to have challenges. You overcome one, and there's going to be another one coming along in a year's time. So it's just about working smartly, working together. That collaboration, that MENALAC is a platform for, like you've already mentioned.
It is so very important, and actually not to dive back into it, but the people that we have here, the support, the sponsors we have, even just right behind us right here, it's a true testament to the investment that's being made into these big ideas. There's not answers right away, but I am 100% confident, just from my experience in attractions and leisure and hospitality, that we're going to find a way and continue to evolve that thinking.
I was going to say, we'll find those answers amongst all the leaders here.
100%.
Nick, thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully you'll join us again on the red carpet in the future. Have a lovely evening.
You too. Cheers.
I am now welcoming Ghassan Assi, COO of Trampo Extreme and chairperson of MENALAC Awards Committee. It's wonderful, as always, to speak to you, Ghassan. We've made it back to the red carpet for another year of glamour, celebration, and all things entertainment and attractions. And this is thanks to Trampo Extreme, who are the red carpet sponsor, as well as the Gala dinner sponsor for this evening's event.
Yes, it is really great to be back. I hope this year will top last year, which was already at a very high level. So lots of surprises, and I hope everybody enjoys their time. Unfortunately, not everybody's gonna win an award, but just being here, just participating and being here, it's already a big achievement for all participants. The confidence to participate and to place their achievements at this high level is really amazing.
Absolutely. It's actually not just about the individuals. When you see all of the members and people coming together to celebrate, the innovations and the achievements and what's going on, and those discussions as well about what the future holds, I think are just as exciting as the award. Maybe a little bit less. Now, Ghassan, the MENA region's leisure and entertainment industry encompasses various segments. We have water parks, theme parks, FECs, which is Trampo Extreme, is a family entertainment centre. So are we seeing companies diversifying their offerings more to cater to a greater demographic outside of their traditional segment? In order to stand out, how do we get all customers coming to our venues?
One thing for sure, you cannot be everything for everybody. So you have your area of expertise, and then you go fetch the additional revenue streams from providing additional services, additional activities, which is, by the way, something that we are getting into as Trampo Extreme, even though our main area of activity is active play. But now we are experimenting with alternate secondary sources of revenues that I'm just going to keep a secret for now.
Yes, you teased us a little bit on the podcast a few months ago.
Yes.
So we're eager to find out more, and I think that's Trampo is obviously a really good example, sticking to the core of your business, but being inspired.
Absolutely. I think it is also essential to offer our core loyal customers the opportunities to experiment other leisure and entertainment experiences, which are very different than what we do. It could be a little bit on the artistic side, some glow in the dark and stuff like this.
Oh.
We are really, really excited about what's coming.
And fun to try something new and different, and to keep your customers on their toes as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. We listen to what the customers like and what they don't like, and we try to cater to their wishes, if you want,
So that's something that perhaps is why a brand develops, because the customers are calling for a little something extra.
This is one of the good things about Trampo, the fact that it is we're not a franchise, so we have the liberty to shape the brand itself and the product offering and the services that we do to not only cater to what the customers to customize, if you want, to what the customer needs and customer benefits in this area. And in that respect, it is we're very lucky because as I said, we're not bound by any frame to work with. We're not in a sandbox,
Now, we've all heard about Saudi Arabia and all the developments that are going on. It's captured everyone's attention, and we're obviously eagerly awaiting to see how the industry develops over there. But do you anticipate other destinations? that might soon grab the spotlight and elevate their leisure and entertainment?
This is the $1 million question. I mean, it is really difficult. It's really difficult to see in the future. I mean, for sure, the growth in Saudi Arabia is going to be sustained for the next 5, maybe 10 years, But coming in the wake of Saudi Arabia, my expectations are in Qatar and certainly in Kuwait. We're ramping up, getting ready for this. We have a project under consideration, big project in Qatar, we're getting ready for this. And we have 2 more projects in Kuwait also in perspective of this growth.
So yeah, we don't have a crystal ball, but there are some big leaders in this room, that have some insights, and you are one of them. So I'll be watching.
Yes.
Ghassan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you again on the red carpet for a 3rd year.
Let's hope so, and always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
I have with me now Sarkis Kahawajian, Portfolio Director for DMG Events, who are the organisers of Saudi Entertainment and Amusement Expo, and who are the bronze sponsor for the MENALAC Awards 2024. SEA Expo brings together professionals from the world of entertainment and attraction under one roof, and believes collaboration can effectively address real industry challenges and devise actionable solutions. Sarkis, thank you so much for coming this evening. How's it going so far?
So far, so good. It's always great when the industry all comes together on the back of exhibitions, networking events, awards. It's kind of a bit of a trifecta.
Yes, and everyone loves a reason to dress up as well. Now, since launching the SEA Expo, Saudi Entertainment and Amusement Expo, you've been in collaboration with MENALAC. How do you see this partnership evolving in the future to support the whole MENA leisure industry?
Well, Brooke, as I was saying, when we have events like this, when we combine exhibitions with awards and bring together the leading associations in the industry all together under one roof, it opens the door for conversation, the conversation that the industry needs to have. I remember when MENALAC first came on the scene, and we almost the same time as we launched our event in Saudi Arabia. And MENALAC has followed the model of being the voice of the industry for the Middle East. By doing awards like this, by having networking events, it kind of helps them keep their finger on the pulse of what's happening in the industry. And then when we do have events and exhibitions like we do with the Saudi Entertainment and Amusement Show, working with them regarding topics on the board of our advisory panels, things like that, whenever they are so engaged with the industry and have such insight, it only helps us to kind of reach into their well of knowledge to be able to do what we do. So that partnership, for lack of a better word, it's mutually beneficial. We provide a platform where we bring the international audience together to meet with local buyers, distributors, and they have the voice of the industry. All of the members, part of the association, they enhance it by doing what they do when they do their reports annually, when they do these networking events, when they do their conferences, when they do the awards. It's just constant engagement with the industry. And I think for MENALAC in the Middle East, the future is bright. There's just so much happening, and they're doing the right thing.
And we've heard on the red carpet this evening, and we hear it on our podcast, Member Musing, how beneficial members find MENALAC as a platform, like you said, for collaboration and discussion. And we see that in the events we've held this week, and the same for Saudi Entertainment and Amusement Expo. That platform is so important. It's not just for networking. Actually, it brings a whole lot of discussions that are important for the future, talking about sustainability, future
best
challenges.
Practices.
Yeah.
Which is actually paramount at the moment in Saudi, because it's I want to say in its infancy at the moment, and that's why there's so much interest in the Saudi market. And the reason people come to Saudi to do our events is to gain industry knowledge or country knowledge about what we do. And a combination of what we do, what MENALAC does, us combining together to bring together a platform of knowledge sharing, it's paramount. Yes.
That people said about MENALAC, it was a way for them to enter the Middle East and North Africa's leisure market. And you've just said there, actually, it's really important to learn about the Saudi culture and what Saudi want, want to offer their tourists and obviously their residents as well. And your platform is certainly going to help. It's coming up in the next few months.
In a couple of months,
yes.
May 7th to the 9th, and we are working with MENALAC in our knowledge sharing platform, and I think there's a lot more we're going to be doing together in the future, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Long live the partnership. Sarkis, thank you so much. Go and enjoy the evening's events.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. A warm red carpet welcome to Shifa Yusuf Ali, CEO of Idea Create Edutainment. Idea Create is a versatile organisation that manages indoor play areas, FECs and early learning centres. Welcome, Shifa. How's your evening going so far?
So far, it's really nice. All the awards were amazing. The performance amazing. Food is amazing. So far, it has been amazing.
The atmosphere is wonderful, and we've seen some winners receive their awards so far.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear a bit about MENALAC from you, Shifa. Idea Create has been a member of MENALAC for many years, and you yourself are a board member of MENALAC. So tell me, what are your thoughts on the various initiatives, not only tonight, but some of the other events that we see MENALAC organising for the leisure industry? What do you make of them?
So Idea Create was born in 9 years ago, and I was founding and managing 3 brands under Idea Create, which is Orange Wheels, Orange Hub, and Orange Seeds. And being new to the industry, MENALAC, being part of MENALAC really helped to network with the veterans of the industry, to be able to be in the same space and to give introduction to the industry. So MENALAC has been really informative and really welcoming to the industry as well, which is why I encourage all the new organizations as part of this industry to join MENALAC, because there's so many benefits. Be it this gala event, there's so many educational events happening. There's many. Sorry, I'm getting.
That's okay. It's okay. I was gonna say, I was gonna say, you've just said 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years Idea Create, and I've been speaking with some newer members, and they say how good of a platform it is. So it's lovely to see how it's helped, people who are almost a decade, a business who's almost a decade established.
Yes.
Same benefits, and the market is getting more competitive.
Yeah, of course.
So to be able to come into an already established platform like MENALAC, almost with ease, to be able to network and to be able to find collaborations. Is wonderful. Sort of as a perspective, from your perspective as a board member, where do you maybe see MENALAC going in the future?
So the good thing about MENALAC is it covers a large the GCC and the Arab nations as well. So it is. We get to interact with other markets as well. We get to interact with operators from other regions and exchange our observations and interactions. So there's a lot of potential to expand to these regions, so which is very in the past we have had focus groups in Kuwait and focus events happening in Saudi and other MENA region, so which was really helpful, and it was really insightful for organizations like Idea Create to go and see other markets as well. So
That must be really interesting, actually.
Yes.
You know, so you're currently based in
the UAE.
In the UAE,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
as you see, the market's growing, businesses want to expand.
Exactly.
And MENALAC, you made a really good point there. It makes it easier
Yeah.
for brands to just, you know, see what's going on over there. And we're hearing about up and coming destinations, Saudi, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman. It's been mentioned.
Yeah.
So to ease into the possibility of expansion across.
So during these events, we get to meet with developers, we get to meet with other organizations in those countries, which is very helpful when we are thinking of expanding as well. So yeah.
So long live the MENALAC initiatives and long live the leisure industry here in the Middle East and North Africa.
Yes.
Shifa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for being a sponsor for some of the MENALAC events.
Because I really believe in the initiatives of MENALAC. I believe in the organization, and I believe in MENALAC, which is why I have been part of MENALAC for so many years.
Yeah, and we see that in board members, in long-standing members, long-standing sponsors.
Yeah.
I say long live, and hope to see you again for the 7th MENALAC Awards next year in 2025. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And that's it for the brilliant MENALAC Awards 2024. What an evening it has been. Thank you to all the guests who have taken time to speak to me this evening on the red carpet. To find out more about MENALAC, including the list of all 27 winners of this year's awards, head to their website and social media channels. Make sure you are subscribed to MENALAC's Member Musing podcast to stay up to date on the evolving leisure and attractions industry. See you soon.